if we go back to the specification, the first thing they want us to do here is to create the entry page, whereby if any of the users visit a similar link like this in our own site, it should give them the following results, whereby a particular entry. So to do that, we will define the function for entering, and we as well as use the markdown previewer to convert all MD to HTML. All right. So the next thing we did here was to render the HTML inside of this entry.html. That to say is to render all our entries inside of an entry that ends with HTML. Okay, so that users can see or preview it. So to do that, we needed to create an additional file called entry.html inside of the folder called encyclopedia. So like you see on my screen here, we created an entry.html that has a ginger syntax with this following commands. Okay, so we'll do the same thing for the rest of the pages needed, just like create, edit, error, and search. Alright, if we run this command successfully, you will see a result just like this. And the first thing they want us to do, if a user goes to this URL /wiki, right, let's say HTML, enter, it will take them to a given entry, right, that is being rendered into this is being displayed into this HTML file. All right. So if you look at our source code, you can see this is an MD, but it's being displayed as an HTML with the help of the markdown module, like you see here. All right, so this is what we did here. Okay, same goes for all of them. Our next is the index page for the specification, and this is basically an index page. And what they want us to do here is to make the navbar clickable, so they can dynamically navigate to any of the options given to us. And if we go to our specification, you can see that the next will be search. What they want us to do in the search is to, whenever we type on a given word, and if it's in the entry, it should display the title and as well the related entry for the result. So how about we've made a typo by not adding a P, and we'll click enter. You can see that it still gave us the same results. Because of the remaining characters could be found inside of our entry. If we click here, it does the same thing, just like typing it in the URL. Our next will be creating of the new page. Like you see on your screen, we just did the search index, next is the creating of new page. Okay, to create a new page is simple. First we need to do is to put a title. In this case, I want to just call any title like such as Fate, and we go to the next, and I could just follow the markdown syntax. Have Fate, deeper than feeling. Okay, so we just click submit, and you can see we just created a new entry just like that. Voila. Okay, our last but not the least is our next rather is to edit this entry by creating an edit page, which we are just seeing the edit button on our screen. As we click on it, you can see how it took us back to this to an edit page, but God is the greatest. And we click submit. Voila, you can see that it gives us an additional page, and if you go to our home page, you can see the Fate. which is beautiful. So the last but not the least is this random page. So whenever we click on it, it should randomly display any random entry inside of the page. So just like as you are seeing on the screen, we will just display any random. Thank you CS50 for the opportunity. I'll see you in the next pset.